Greetings from Portland, Oregon. This is the Acceleration Netcast, episode 13. In this episode, we've got these three formulas here, and we want to add some comments to the formulas. We don't want to add like a note, we want to add an actual comment in the formula so that people that are looking at this workbook later on, when they go to look at this formula, we can leave them a note. So what these formulas are is each one of these things is going to pull a random value from these three data ranges respectively. So this guy is going to pull randomly from there, this guy is going to pull randomly from there, and this guy is going to pull randomly from there. Note that this guy here is always going to deliver a number, this guy here is always going to deliver a text string, and this guy can deliver both a number and a text string. Okay, I should start by saying that the ideas that I'm putting forth here are based on this idea that I got from the Mr. Excel podcast by Bill Jelen. More specifically, episode number 1640. So if you like this, you think this is a cool idea, I really suggest checking out that episode and his podcast in general. It's a great resource. Okay, let's get started. So the idea in this particular podcast, in 1640 over here, was that if we have a formula that delivers a number, we can add a comment to it simply by going into edit mode, hitting F2 to go into edit mode, and we're going to add the results of n. Now n is a conversion function, but if we feed n a text string, it's just going to return the number 0. So we're going to do my note, close quotation mark, and now I'm going to hit enter. And now, if I hit F9 a couple times, you can see no matter what happens, we've got a comment here inside the formula, and it doesn't affect the outcome of the equation. Now, this is really cool. The problem is, though, if I Control-C, escape, go over here, hit F2 to go back into edit mode, if I try to do the same thing over here and hit enter, I get an error, because right now what I've got, hit F2 to go into edit mode, is this over here is going to deliver a text string. This over here is going to deliver a number. You cannot add a number to a text string, so you get that error. So we need to do something else. Well, luckily, we have something up our sleeve. So instead of doing that, we're going to do this. We're going to do left, open parentheses, whatever note you want to leave to some person who's going to read your workbook later on, close quotation marks, 0, close parentheses, and ampersand. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the left function, which takes a text string and pulls a certain number of characters from it, and I'm saying, hey, take this text string and don't pull any characters from it. So if I highlight the entire thing and hit F9, what I end up with is null string. Control-Z to undo that. So this little part over here is going to deliver one of these text strings, and then it's going to add, or I should say concatenate, null string to it, which won't affect it at all. So we hit enter, hit F9 a couple times, still no problem. There's our comment. Okay, but what do we do in this situation where we're not sure if the formula is going to deliver a text string or a number? Because this won't work and this won't work. I mean, each one will work half the time, but we want something that works 100% of the time. Well, there's a way around that too. So I'm going to hit F2 to go into edit mode. For this, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to use the if function. If, and the logical test, I'm just going to enter the number 0. If, and I'm going to add in quotation marks my note, whatever you want the person to read later on, close quotation marks, comma, and close parentheses around the entire thing. Okay, so what I've done here is I've taken my original formula and I've wrapped around this if statement, and the if statement, its condition is 0, which it's just going to read as false. So as soon as this if statement starts, it's going to say if false, and it's immediately going to skip whatever is in here and just go straight here. So no matter what happens, this will get ignored. And so here we've got our note and the original formula. So I'm going to hit enter. And now if I hit F9, notice there's no errors regardless of whether it delivers a text string or a number, and my note is still right there. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to next time.